So I posted a video about a month ago talking about the cost of living and how it's hard out here as a 20-something-year-old person, whatever, in America. And the amount of comments on that video from older people, like older meaning like over 50 probably, maybe over 40, whatever. The amount of comments from them saying, oh, you know, just work more, just suck it up, right? We did it. Okay, hear me out. Before you comment some stupid shit, probably with your pointer finger while squinting at your phone because you don't know how to use a phone, why don't you just do everybody a favor and just keep that shit to yourself? Because at the end of the day, it's not the same. It's not. And you don't understand what it's like. So to come on here after your generation has created this problem, you guys literally ruined this country. I just want you to know that. And it's ironic because you guys did this and then you blame us for all this shit. And then you get mad when people complain. Here's the deal. And this is what I recommend for everybody. Don't accept your reality if you know that it's fucked up and if you know it could be better, right? That's when you've given up. That's when you lose. I detest things that are bad that can be fixed, okay? You do not owe society all of your time. That is a fucking lie. That is a fallacy. You don't, right? It's not fair. It's not. You should not have to trade 60% of your life just to be able to live, right? Because the reality is when you have a family, you're not going to be able to see your kids. You're not going to be able to see your wife. Your marriage is going to fall apart. Your kids are going to get brainwashed by their fucking phones or by this fucked up education system that we have going on, right? So there's a lot of issues with this. So for you to come on here and say, oh, just keep doing what we've been doing for the past 60 years. Oh yeah, how the fuck has that worked out? It's clearly not working. We need change. And I'm not going to come on here and spew some bullshit and lie to you all and be like, oh, my life is perfect. This is awesome. It's not. And I know it's not for you either. So we need to start speaking the truth about it.
Shout out to the creator. And I used to think that Americans were becoming lazy and just didn't want to work anymore. I had this idea in my mind. I don't know, for whatever reason, right? But I don't think that's necessarily the case anymore, guys. I think Americans just want a chance, right? I think a lot of people, especially Gen Z, your new college graduates and all these different people, you know, that's coming out of high school and all these factors, right? They just want to be able to work 40 hours and be able to live, you know, pretty comfortably within their jobs. And it all depends on the field. But as a whole, when we talk about the cost of living and what it takes to really live a okay life within America, it is insane. And I'm not here to, you know, talk about how it was back in the day or whether it's now. Y'all can let me know what you think of which time you think was better in the comment section below for your Americans. But as a whole, yeah, it is very tough. And a lot of Americans are giving up from this insane cost of living, guys. They are getting crushed by this crazy, you know, the cost right now. But hey, this is what's going on right now within America. It's something different. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button as well. Let's get into the rest of the video.
How are y'all saving money? Like, can someone please let me in on your secret? Because I cannot fucking save money for the life of me. I cannot do it. I try so hard to save money. This is what happens. I get paid every 2 weeks. So when I get paid, I'll pay bills and I put money into my savings account, okay? I put it in there and I tell myself, okay, I'm not going to touch it. I got to save this money, whatever. Well, I have 2 weeks till I get paid again. So it is always something. Every time I put money in my savings account, I have to get it out for something. But my family can't go without food. I can't go without gas. Like, I'm not spending the savings account money like on anything that's not a need. So what the fuck? How are you guys saving money? I just do not get it. It's so frustrating. It's so frustrating living paycheck to paycheck. It's so frustrating worried about bills and making sure you're getting to work. Like, it's just fucking annoying being an adult. I hate being an adult sometimes. Oh my gosh, I wish I would have spent more time being a kid, because when I was a kid, I just wanted to be an adult. I grew up way too fast. And yeah, now that I'm an adult, I'm like, you stupid fucking you should have fucking been a kid for longer.
Yeah, and that's a fact. A lot of things we can all tie it down to, yeah, spend less than you make, but at the same time, it solely depends on what you make, right? If you only make $40,000 and you got 2 kids, you take out taxes from your check, then you got to pay your rent, and then you got to pay for food costs, car costs, all these different things, daycare, like all these things, they play a major factor into saving money. Yeah, of course, we can all sit back and say, especially if you're on your phone, on the internet typing, yeah, we can all sit back and say, just don't spend money, just don't go out. but it all depends on the lifestyle. You know, in her situation, we need a little bit more context. Some people really, truly, and I'm going to say this, a lot of people truly, you know, live way beyond their means. But in her situation, we don't know. We can't make that assumption. But what we can make the assumption is that's not a brand new car, right? And we can also make the assumption is she's just getting off from work, wherever it is she work at. So yeah, I mean, I can say that she seems like a pretty responsible and honest person. But at the same time, we can't make assumptions in these situations. But yeah, people can't save money. That's the reality. A lot of people are skipping out on bills just to live. They're skipping out. They're like, okay, I'm looking at all my bills. I got my credit card. I got my electric bill. I got my water bill, my rent. I got my car note, my car insurance, all these. They're like, which one out of this entire pot can I skip and then catch up on the next month just to keep myself afloat?
I'm not having a good day. Mentally, I'm beat up. I'm tired. Man, I'm tired. There has to be more to life than working 6 days a week. I don't know who to talk to, so I'm talking to you guys, because then I don't have to worry about my tone or the way whatever I try to get out of my mind, how it comes across. 6 days a week I work. I drive roughly 4 hours a day to go to work, to work and to home.
4 hours a day?
I can't tell you the last time I went on a trip, been to the beach. I love the beach. To me, in my personal experience, there's nothing better than the beach. Whether it be the sand, water, sounds, smells, I don't know. There's nothing better than the beach. You can't afford to go. I don't know why I work if you can't do nothing besides work. My mind's beating me up today, you know. Things that I'm 38, things that when I was younger I should have did, or I should have changed, or whatever. I didn't. Now here I am pushing 40, and my whole life is consumed with work. I can't afford to not work. I can't afford to do anything besides work. And I'm just tired. I'm tired. I don't know what else to say, or what else to do, or who to talk to. There's people's gonna say, talk to God. I talk to God every day. I talk to God for 2 hours in the work, and I talk to God 2 hours on the way home from work. And I talk to God while I'm on this route. I haven't heard him speak back in a while, so I don't know. He might be busy with somebody else. But I'm tired.
And this is what a lot of people are feeling right now, you know, especially if you're working all these hours and you just feel like you can't get ahead, you know. And shout out to you, man, my brother. Like, I will tell you, man, just keep going, right? Keep going, brother. Like, at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, you know, I don't know his situation. I don't know the context of where he lives. Maybe it's just the only job within the miles of whatever it is, right? But at the same time, and of course, everybody's life is different. I can't speak for his life. I'm just saying, if I was in this situation, sit down and look at all the options you have right here on the table right now. And make baby steps to get to where you actually want to go. What is that life you want to live, right? You talk about being at the beach, right? So, you know, think about how can you get to the beach? You know, what can you cut? Is it lifestyle? Is it, you know, just location? What is it that is causing you to not be able to get in that situation? But at the end of the day, just keep going, man. Just keep going and keep driving hard at what it is you want to get in this life. Because ultimately, you know, we're able to build. That's the beauty of America. We're able able to build whatever life it is, even with the cost of living out of control, even with, prices and tariffs and all these different things. We're ultimately able to, build whatever it is we want to build in this life. That's the beauty of America. Even through all the bad decisions that our administration and through, what people do. But as a whole, just keep going. That's it. And that doesn't go just for him. I think that just goes for, everybody that's dealing with cost of living and, the job and thinking about quitting at any moment. Keep going and make a plan, because seeing yourself progress through your plan and taking these baby steps, it goes a long way.
We got our electric bill for the month of July, $650. For the month of June, it was $560. For the month of August, if it keeps raising, our electric company, Centerpoint Energy, they're pieces of shit. We will have given them $2,000 in 3 months just for our electric bill. I can't afford that. And if I can't afford that, I can't imagine other people and what the fuck they're paying. This is bullshit. We are literally getting...
Whew.
Like they're forcing us to not pay our bills so that they can force us out of our fucking houses or something. This is absolutely bullshit.
Okay, what is everybody doing to save money? And I'm not talking about don't get your nails done or make coffee at home. I already do those things. I make 90% of our meals from scratch. I shop at Aldi. I can't remember the last time I bought something fun just for myself. And it's still not enough. So I need to know your hacks. I'm about to just cancel all my streaming services and read books from the library this summer. I don't know. But I need to know what we're all doing.
Honestly, it's not even a matter of like cutting anything, right? Like, yeah, you can continue to cut in the $3 coffee that you go and pick up every morning, or, save money at the grocery store, not get as much, right? But as a whole, you'll probably save, $100 or so. Right now, where we are within the economy, and especially we need a little bit more context. What is her lifestyle, right? What kind of house she lives in, a car, or all these different things, right? We need more context. But as a whole, let's just say she lives in a modest apartment. She's paying $1,800 a month. She's got to pay for a car. Let's say in that necessary situation, right? In that situation, the only way to save more money is to make more money, right? So what she's doing right now with making content on TikTok, try to get monetized on TikTok, right? Or try to pick up extra side jobs, so a part-time job or whatever it is that you can to make more money within, your situation, or sell things that you got in the house. All these different things are things to, generate more income. But as a whole, the days of just cutting out things, unless your lifestyle is crazy, in the days of cutting out things and saving more money, that's pretty much out the window. Like I said, it just depends on her lifestyle. Maybe if she's living above her means, yeah, you can save money for sure.
How are people affording life right now? How are people tackling this cost of living?
Personally, I'm not. I had to move out of San Diego. I'm from Southern California, but it's too expensive. Even with full-time work, I had 2 full-time jobs, working on the weekends and at night and in the morning. I still couldn't save up enough money for a deposit for a studio apartment or anything, frankly. So I had to make a change. Right there is the border wall with Mexico and the United States. One side is San Diego, one side is Tijuana. Now I live on the Tijuana side. While the difference is only 2 blocks, I have a substantially cheaper cost of living. Currently, I'm renting a studio apartment for about $100 a week. I've seen comparable priced places going as far as a 2-bedroom with the same price point, $400 or $500 a month. The same kind of place in San Diego, 2 blocks away, would cost you upwards of $1,500 to $2,000 or $3,000. To go to work, I cross the border in the morning. A few times a week, I do Amazon flex shifts, and in about 2 full-time days, I pay my rent for the month. The thing is, I don't go every day because it's kind of a headache. So while I technically earn less, I have a greater purchasing power effectively.
So I don't normally ever come on here and post anything except of my dog because he's absolutely gorgeous. But I am extremely frustrated being a full-time employed person living in Florida and not being able to afford to live. I have spent my whole day off trying to find a, more affordable place to live because I can't afford fucking $1,300 a month in rent and then a $650 car note and then $300 in fucking insurance and then you got utilities and you know it's just it's either I eat or I pay my bills, and then even then it's like, okay, well, which bill's gonna be fucking late this month? And I'm so fucking sick of it. Like all these fucking apartment complexes and realtors and even private renters, fuck you so fucking hard, and I mean that with everything in me. You, I nor anybody else should be working 60 plus hours a fucking week and not be able to fucking live. I'm about to crash the fuck out. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
Yeah, and I feel her, man. Shout out to the creator, because I know what it feels like, because you're paying, and it depends on the job, right? We need more, what's going on in her life. But as a whole, if it doesn't sound like she's living above her means, I mean, it doesn't look like a brand new car. I mean, she's paying $1,300 in rent, which is pretty average, right? Your normal rent, aside from, assisted living and everything, or getting a roommate. The other thing I would say is, if you don't have a roommate, try to get a roommate. But if she got kids, all these there's many different factors. We can throw out many different ideas, and there is no perfect idea to solve for the cost of living right now. There is no perfect idea, right? And it depends. It solely depends on your life. But at the end of the day, people are getting crushed by this. People are getting destroyed by this cost of living right now. And it is. I agree as well. It's out of control, So this is where we are right now within the country. I'm not fear-mongering. I'm just telling you that, many people are just out here. They're, furious. Furious. Americans are furious. They are. That is the reality. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button as well for more great content like this. I will see you next video. We out. Let's go.